Shartimus Prime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Shartimus, subscribe.
I'm all fresh and have post-shower sweats.
Hey, what's up you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing another Mezco Toys action figure review on the 112 Collective Batman Ascending Knight Toy Fair 2018 exclusive figure. If you're trying to get your Mezco toys, you can get them at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And big thanks to Mezco Toys for giving me this press sample over here. I'm very grateful for this. This is pretty awesome. On the side right there, you can see the Bat logo, and I gotta say, I do like this beige-ish gold color that we're seeing spot varnished over here. Pretty nice looking. And then on the back, you can see a nice image of the Ascending Knight Batman. And then right there, we get the same Bat logo, and Batman says 112 Collective Pose Play Display. And then on the bottom, you can see some details and warnings. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open.
And here's the exclusive Ascending Knight Batman figure out of the packaging, looking awesome, all in black. I really like this piece a lot. I really like the cape. I like the accessories. We get a whole ton of accessories along with interchangeable heads, which is awesome. I really like that Bruce Wayne head sculpt. Anyway, let's get a closer look at those accessories, and then we'll get a closer look at Batman. So with this press sample, Mezco's included this 112 Collective product care guidelines sheet, which is pretty interesting to see. We also get the 112 Collective Ziploc bag. This comes with all 112 Collective figures. So we get this base for Batman looking pretty cool, and you can see the Batman figure. I mean, this thing is very reflective. It is a dust magnet and fingerprint magnet, but pretty decent looking Bat logo right there. I do like that. Looks pretty cool. And then you get the peg that sticks up right there, so you could plug it into one of his feet, and you could detach that or remove that by using the stand. I like to push down from the bottom right there and then just pick that off. And then we get this standard issue Mezco Toys 112 Collective stand that we've seen. You get a hinge right here, and you could tighten this or loosen it with a screw. Another hinge right up here, another hinge up here, another hinge right over here for the clamp. And then you can attach or remove this piece, and this is for using the cape. We get 5 different bendy wires. I tend to like the shorter bendy wires, but you get these 2 shorter ones, and then you get a longer one here, and a longer one there, and then one more shorter one. So 2 long ones, and then 3 shorter ones. I do like the clamping method that we're getting with this. This is a bit better from the last time I had messed around with the clamping system. You know, it just works a lot easier. Nice flexible plastic, and it just grips the cape just a lot better than before. Now, Mezco really hooked it up with the accessories for this piece. I mean, just the batarangs alone. We get 10 batarangs with this figure, which I think is overkill, but I am not complaining at all. I think that is great. We also get 7 interchangeable hands. Then we get this thing called, I guess, the Bat Brick, and then we get the Bat Dart Shooter. We get the grapple gun. Then we get 3 different pieces, or 3 different grapples that we could attach to that grapple gun. But first, looking at the hands, we get 1 grapple gun holding hand for the right side, and I really like how the hand details look on this, or for the glove anyway, hand details. I sound like a knucklehead. Speaking of knuckles, I like the knuckles that they have sculpted right over there. That looks really good. Nice seam, nice wrinkles, and it kind of doesn't really hold the grapple gun as well as I'd like it to. I don't know, it's just a little bit on the weird side, just the way the thumb is placed on there, but you know, it's not enough to really complain about. And I think it looks really good too. So nice grapple gun. We do get grapple gun storage on the back of the figure as well, which is great. So you can see that we get the clip right there, and it's made out of a soft material, so you can just put it on there. It works out very well. And then we also get the different grapples. So I like this one a lot. You know, you have this grapple right here. You just plug it right in there. That's pretty awesome. We also get the grapple with the string attached, which I've done before, and it's fairly tedious rewrapping it, and I don't have any desire to, you know, use this right now, but you know how that works. You just plug this end right here, and you get this long string. Then we also get the retracted version right here, where you can just plug it in. Come on, just plug in. It's still sharp and pointy, so you want to make sure that you have it gripping around properly, so it's going across the top right there, and it plugs in like that. So I think that is pretty cool. You just take that out. And then we also get the Bat Brick. I guess this is Bat Brick. I don't know exactly how you'd use this as a weapon, except for like just bludgeoning, you know, the Joker upside the head with it, and it collapses, so you could fold it up. No real storage for this on the belt, and I guess you could collapse it the other way, but I really like this little metallic-y glitter finish that we're getting right in here. So that's pretty cool, but it's still smooth. And then we also get the Bat Dart gun, which looks pretty cool. Yeah, pretty sweet. little mini bat crossbow right here, shooting darts. As far as getting a hand to hold this, grapple gun holding hand does work best, but it kind of angles out a little bit weird, as you can see right here. Just looks a little strange, but not the worst thing in the world. I still like it. And looking at the other hands, we do get a pair of fisted hands, which look great. We get these batarang holding hands, which I believe are batarang holding hands. And then we get the wide open hands right here. And get a close look at least one of these batarangs. I think they look pretty good. Yeah, I like them. I like the little line that we see sculpted throughout, kind of tracing the shape of the batarang. I think that's pretty cool. And you can have him holding this in either the batarang holding hand, you can see between the thumb and forefinger right there. Oh, just slipped out. I honestly find myself having an easier time using this with the wide open hands though. So you can have him holding it like that, or you could put it in between his middle finger and his index finger. You could do that. I like using the wide open hands though, and just kind of fitting 3 of them in between. You can get him holding all 3 batarangs like that, and I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah, there's options here, man. So here's looking at the Bruce Wayne head sculpt, which I think looks great. I really like it a lot. I like those bright blue eyes. I like that scowly looking facial expression that we're getting. Really good looking flesh tone, and I really like how we're getting multi-tones right there on just the face skin tone. That looks really good. Very pleased with that. Nice wrinkles sculpted in there, especially the brow right up here, his forehead. Man, that looks really good. I feel like darkening things makes those little creases in his forehead pop just a little bit more. But I really like that Bruce Wayne head sculpt. I really like how the hair was done too. I think they did a great job with that. Little bits of gray highlights in there. Just for a little bit of variation. I think that's great. And looking at the other head sculpt, which, is off-putting to some, but I feel like this is, reminiscent to his first appearance look, or like how he originally looked in the comics. I don't know. When I think of the original look of Batman, I think of this head sculpt right here, and I think that's what they're trying to go for. Unless they're going for a specific title or something like that, then, then I don't know. But I honestly think this is kind of, a little homage to how Batman originally looked back in the day. Again, I could be wrong about that. Correct me in the comment section if you feel like it. A lot of people like doing that, so have at it. But yeah, looking at the mask, I think it looks really good. Yeah, you could even see the ear kind of sculpted underneath there. It looks really nice, man. I like that little touch of glossy black going around the white eye portion right there. That looks great. Again, nice flesh tone. Really liking that. Ears look really good. A little bit extra, little plasticky bit right there, but yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Then looking at the rest of the suit, which is all black, and it just works for Batman. That's probably one reason why this thing is, selling like for crazy amounts of money on the internet, which is just nuts to me. I saw a listing that I think it completed at around $6,000. That's just nuts, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on with people these days, but hey, good on Mezco, right? To have people want the product that badly. But we get a great looking bat logo right there. I love that. That looks awesome. I love how you can still see the muscle definition in the ribs right underneath there. The suit is great. This material that they're using right here is very durable. I'm going to talk about that more in a little bit. And I really like this cloth fabric right here. It's very durable. Looks great. And I like this sewn in texturing, or it's not sewn in. I don't know what exactly they did here. It's like they added this material to the cloth material, so it's kind of like a hybrid. But I really dig it a lot. Looks awesome. Then you get the little wrist pieces right here, the little spikies, Now, of course, the retail version, and I believe there's multiple retail versions, is going to look different than this, different color schemes. But yeah, just looking at the all black, it does look very cool. And then looking at that glossy utility belt, looks great. You can see the pouches right there. And we already saw how, you can clip the grapple gun to that, so that is very cool. But one problem I do have with this is that it does untab easier than I'd like it to, so I find myself frequently having to tab that back together. Not the worst thing in the world. And we got some bat butt right there. A little bit of stitching coming a little loose on me on the crotch. That's one little gripe of mine. Just a little bit. I mean, just the placement of that. Oh my god. Hey man, Bruce Wayne's, those Bruce Wayne's down there, they're going to stretch out the suit, so yeah. Anyway, one thing I really wanted to discuss though is how well the material holds up right around the hips. That looks really good. Earlier, I did see some lines from me having him posed, and you can see how it'll bunch up right there. So I thought I had damaged it, but then after a little bit of time, it goes back to looking smooth again. I guess you could see a little bit of remnants from me posing him around a little bit, but it's still, I think it holds up very well. I think that's great. I like how the legs look. Get some knee pads right here. And the boots look awesome. Great looking boots. Like those laces going all the way up. I think that looks awesome. Nice glossy black paint at the bottom right there. We get the peg holes. Now as far as the cape goes, it is made in a way where it's kind of meant to kind of hunch over or just wrap around the front of him, which I think is kind of neat. And you can see we get the points right there because it is a bat cape. And we get this very soft material on the inside. It's almost a grayish color more so than the dark black. And then we get the pleathery material on the outside. But yeah, pretty good looking cape, you know, not too bad. This cape is kind of made in a way where you want to kind of drape it around the front of the figure. That doesn't look too bad like that. But I tend to like having the cape kind of just like folded behind him a little bit more so, you know, for the action poses. And we get some really good articulation on this figure. You can't have him look upward that far, which, yeah, I wish you could look up a little bit more than that, but that's still not bad. You can't get his head looking downward that much, and you get side-to-side motion and a little bit of head tilting side-to-side right there. We get a little bit of a butterfly joint in here where it can shift up and down at the shoulder and forward and back some. You can get the shoulders moving very far outward. That is great. We're getting the arms moving all the way out like that. That is awesome. And you can move them all the way down. We'll move forward that much and back that much. We get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then both wrists hinge, and you can move them either side to side or up and down depending on how you have that hand configured on there. And then you get a diaphragm joint that churns side to side, and he will crunch forward that much, which is really good, and back that much. And we also get some good diaphragm pivot there as well. And then you can move his legs outward pretty far. As you can see, I have, you know, some stitches, I don't know what that's from. I'm just going to blame it on the big old Bruce Waynes down there. Anyway, the kicking forward that much, and he will kick back pretty far. We get an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then the foot will rotate side to side. It will move down some and up, and we get some pretty good ankle pivot. I wish we had better ankle pivot, but, you know, still, it's ankle pivot. Now to measure out this Batman figure, you could see that to the top of his ears, he's at about 7 inches tall. To the top of his head, though, closer to about 6.5 inches tall. And then comparing this exclusive Ascending Batman figure to your BVS Mezco 112 Collective Batman figure, we have the Bat Flak right there, and he does stand just a little bit shorter than the Ascending Knight. And I did want to compare this to my Dark Knight Returns Batman, but oh man, that thing is so hard to take off that stand. I can't do it, man. I just don't have the time. And then here's Ascending Knight Batman next to the 112 Collective Joker figure. Andy? I think it was Andy who sent this to me, and I want to say thank you so much, Andy. If I've gotten the name screwed up, please forgive me. But yeah, I really do like this Joker figure. I have been meaning to review it for like, what, a year now? And then here's Batman next to the Mezco 112 Collective Spider-Man, which I have not reviewed yet. I hope to review this figure tomorrow. Depends on if the baby will let me or not. I am on babysitting duty. And then here's the Toy Fair exclusive Ascending Knight Batman next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Ooh, I know your favorite song. Does it go like this? Black coat, white shoes, black bat, Cadillac, yeah. The bat's a time bomb. Then here's Batman on the posable stand that comes with the figure, and I have a couple of the clips on that cape right there. I did forget to put the grapple gun in that little holster on his back, but I really like this figure a lot, and I hope you guys liked my review. If you liked the video, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, as well as hitting that notification bell. And I want to thank all the people that support this YouTube channel. Your guys' help is very much appreciated, and I gotta say, I think this is a very cool figure. I really do like it a lot. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up one of the retail versions or not. I'm leaning more towards yes. I really like the black and gray more so than the blue and gray just for this particular design, but a very good looking piece. I do highly recommend you pick one of these up if you can. I don't recommend spending, thousands of dollars on this exclusive version right here. I mean, that's ridiculous, man, but hey, if a collector's hardcore enough to get it, you know what I mean? That's all on you guys. As Boognice10 said, I don't think it's worth jumping out the window for, but still a great looking piece in all black right here. So I do have to give it a sud rating of I love it! And I want to know what you guys think. So once again, please leave a comment down below. If you want to see a photo gallery of images, it's over at toynewseye.com and shartimusprime.net. And don't forget, there are still Legendary Collector t-shirts available at shartimusprime.net in case you're interested. And don't forget to follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Get to the kind of thing. I'm gonna play with my toys today. Well, I don't care what my people say. I'm gonna play with my toys today. Can't have one, I gotta get them all. Time to make a trip to the local mall. Oh yeah.
That's crispy.
Hey, new Sharkness Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Shot,